My law career has meant a lot to me. It's been one of the major driving forces in my life. I had no idea about going to law school until pretty soon after graduation, and then I decided to see if I would be accepted at the University of South Carolina School of Law in 1965. I went to see Dean Figg. I asked him if he thought I would be admitted to the law school. He said, "You graduated from the South Carolina College, didn't you?" And I said, "Yes, I did." He said, "You'll be admitted." So things have changed a lot since those days. Then I went off to tax school out at Washington University in St. Louis and spent a year out there. Came back, went to work with the IRS, then began practicing as a tax lawyer, but representing the South Carolina then called Tax Commission, now called Department of Revenue, for about 7 years. And during that time, I decided I wanted to also be a CPA. So I went to the University of South Carolina Business School and took enough accounting courses to become a CPA then.
I first met John a number of years ago after a tax conference, when he came up to me, introduced himself, and we began a conversation about the University of South Carolina, as he had seen that I was a Gamecock, and of course he was. And throughout the conversation I learned that he was also a history buff. He had listened closely to my presentation, and he thought that he probably had a few clients that pretty dramatically disagreed with the position I'd taken. So that began a long conversation. So over the years, John and I have spent literally decades now talking about the Gamecocks, history, and of course tax.
When I met John, one of the first things that we talked about was we both have a real love of the university. And so he asked me, he was on the board of trustees at that time, and so he asked me, "Would you like to be on the board of visitors at USC?" It was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying to do that. And he said, "Well, let's see about that." And he did it, sure enough. He looks out for people and tries to put them in the right place. And that's what he did with me. And I was so grateful to him for that, because it started everything I ever wanted to do with the school. He started that, and he's championed me the entire way. And it's not just me. I see him do it to others, the people he works with, and we don't work together because I'm a litigator and he's a tax lawyer.
I became a member of the board. That was about 27 years ago. And I've been chairman of the board, which I would say that was one of the really challenging experiences of my life. Turned out well. I'm glad I had a chance to do it. Perhaps I did some good for the university. I hope I did. Certainly tried hard enough.
One of the things that I really love about John is that we have a summer program here every year, and he wants to work with the law students, and that's what he does. And even though they may not have tax in the backside of their head, he explains it to them, and they want to work with him, and they really like him. And that's the sort of thing that makes, I think, one of the many that makes John special. Like, he loves to go fishing, and he is such a family man, and that is so endearing to me, because he's got these 2 great sons and he's got grandchildren now, and he just adores them. He accomplishes so much. He doesn't slack off on anything with his family. He's there for his friends, he's there for our law firm, he's there for the community, he's there. He's just got great capacity.
Over the years, I've had the opportunity to raise the issue of tax in South Carolina with people all over the country. And I've come to know that many of the people that I have known also know John Von Lehe, whether it's in New York or Chicago or Atlanta or Nashville. People know John Von Lehe. They know the name, they know the man, and like me, they have come to know that no person is more of a gentleman, more of an intellect than John Von Lehe.
I knew that he was interested in preservation and about the history and that sort of thing. And he has been the president of so many different things. I don't even know how he does it. You know, like the Charleston Museum, the State Museum in Columbia, the Historic Society down here. And he doesn't just, he's not just a member of what he does. He goes right to the top because he wants to lead, he wants to accomplish things to help them. And he does that in the law, he does it in the community, he does it for his friends. It's really unusual to see that in a person to that degree. I am so happy for John because he is so deserving for this and unassuming, but I know how much it means to him, and it means a lot to a lot of us that he won this.
Congratulations, John. It's a tremendous honor to participate in the Compleat Lawyer Award for the Rice School of Law. You are a fabulous recipient, and they could not have made a better selection.